Disney has replaced Fastpass Plus at Walt Disney World with the all-new Disney Genie Plus system. And this all launches on October 19th, 2021. In this video, we'll talk about what attractions Disney Genie Plus will get you on, tips and tricks for making the most of it, and also tips and tricks for making the most of your day when you don't use Disney Genie Plus. So let's talk all about it. Hey there, my name is Eric D, and on this channel my hope is always to make your next Disney adventure a little bit more magical with tips and tricks, food reviews, and news. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. But if you have been to any of the Disney parks in the past 2 decades, you know that Fastpass has played a big role in helping you get on some of the busiest and most popular attractions in the park. Well, as I mentioned before, Disney has gotten rid of all the variations on the Fastpass system and replaced it with Disney Genie Plus. Now, to best understand this change, we need to talk about 3 different offerings that Disney is giving with this: Disney Genie, Disney Genie Plus, and the individual selection for attractions using the Lightning Lane. Now, something to keep in mind with these 3 different options: the first one is free, and the other 2 are going to cost additional money on top of your park ticket. So we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about the complimentary Disney Genie option, because that option does not allow you any Fastpass-like features as far as getting to the front of the line or reducing your wait times by cutting into a line. But the free option, as Disney explains, Disney Genie includes a personalized itinerary feature that will quickly and seamlessly map out an entire day, from specific attractions, foodie experiences, and entertainment. So you can basically get on the app, select the attractions you are most interested in. If you are interested in a specific show or specific characters, you can let the app know that, and it will come up with a suggested itinerary. Disney goes on to explain further. Disney Genie provides itinerary updates from morning to night. Disney Genie will continue to update your itinerary throughout your day so you can be more spontaneous and go with the flow. Find your favorites at a glance. Create your own personalized tip board and instantly see your favorites. It will display current and forecasted future wait times, helping you predict when you might experience quicker entry to attractions. So this tip board and the forecasted wait times I do see as a big benefit for guests because lots of times when I'm using the app, I'm having to scroll around the map or through long lists to try and find the favorite attractions to see, okay, is the wait time shorter? Is it better now? So if it really is working like they say it will, that is going to be a big benefit. The question is, if everyone is interested in the same attractions, how beneficial will this be? So we'll have to see as we get further into it, once people have tried it more. But as they've described it, this free benefit, I do see that as a positive. Disney continues, enjoy more flexibility and fun. Disney Genie brings existing planning features together in one place. Join a virtual queue at certain attractions, make dining and experience reservations, mobile order food at many locations, get help from a virtual assistant, and more. So Disney will be adding this complimentary Disney Genie feature to the Disneyland and Walt Disney World apps, which will be beneficial for guests to be able to use with the tip board and with the virtual assistant to be able to text in some questions and get some answers right away. So there definitely are some benefits with that, but once again, no Fastpass-like features. Now let's break down Disney Genie Plus, which will get you onto some of the most popular attractions faster, but at a price. $15 per day at Walt Disney World and $20 per day at Disneyland per ticket. Disney explains, Disney Genie Plus allows you to choose the next available time to arrive at a variety of attractions and experiences using the Lightning Lane entrance. Using the app, you can choose the next available time to arrive at an attraction. When your arrival time begins, you go to the attraction and you will have a reduced wait using the Lightning Lane. You can make one selection at a time throughout the day. Disney Genie Plus will also include Disney theme park audio experiences and photo features to capture your memories. Now let's break down which attractions Disney Genie Plus will help you get on at each park. At the Magic Kingdom, the attractions include Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, Haunted Mansion, It's a Small World, Jungle Cruise, Mad Tea Party, Mickey's PhilharMagic, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, Peter Pan's Flight, Pirates of the Caribbean, Splash Mountain, The Barnstormer, The Magic Carpets of Aladdin, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Tomorrowland Speedway, Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. At Epcot, the attractions include Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival, Journey into the Imagination with Figment, Living with the Land, Mission Space, Soarin' Around the World, Spaceship Earth, Test Track, The Sea with Nemo and Friends, Turtle Talk with Crush. At Disney's Animal Kingdom, celebration of the Festival of the Lion King, Dinosaur, It's Tough to Be a Bug, Cali River Rapids, Kilimanjaro Safaris, Navi River Journey, the animation experience at Conservation Station. At Disney's Hollywood Studios, Alien Swirling Saucers, Beauty and the Beast Sing-Along, Disney Junior Dance Party. For the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration. Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, Muppet Vision 3D, Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky Dog Dash, Star Tours, The Adventure Continues, The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, Toy Story Midway Mania. At Walt Disney World, guests can book Genie Plus return times and individual attraction selections starting at 7 a.m. You will notice from those lists that some of the most popular attractions in the park were not included on there, and that's because a couple of attractions at each park are not part of this new system, but instead part of the individual selections Lightning Lane that we're going to talk about. Disney's official statement says, for some of our most highly demanded attractions, we'll offer Lightning Lane entry as an a la carte purchase. This option will be available for all guests, with or without Disney Genie Plus service, and lets you choose a time to arrive at up to 2 attractions each day, booked one at a time. Pricing and availability will vary by date, attraction, and park. Be sure to check the My Disney Experience app on the day of your visit for current prices and attraction availability. So on these attractions, you need to either wait in the standby line or pay a separate fee to get on those attractions. And you don't have to buy Disney Genie Plus to then have access to pay more here. Anyone can pay more on these attractions to get on there. Now the thing to remember is it's not just like one fee per party, it's one fee per person to get on these attractions. So that's going to add up quick. Here are the attractions in each park that are available on the individual selection offering. At the Walt Disney World Resort, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, Avatar Flight of Passage, Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain, Frozen Ever After, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. And my guess is the big question you have when it comes to these individual attractions that offer the Lightning Lane, how much is it going to cost per attraction? Well, that depends. As Disney explains, prices will vary by date, attractions, and park. For example, the Lightning Lane entrance to Remy's Ratatouille Adventure will be $9 per person on October 19th and $11 per person on October 23rd. As another example, on both those dates, Lightning Lane entrances to Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain will be $7 per person, while Star Wars Rise of the Resistance will be $15 per person. Throughout the year, prices may be lower on some days and higher on other days. And keep in mind, using the individual selection offering, you can only go on 2 attractions a day where you purchase to get on those attractions, so you can't be doing that 4 or 5 times a day. So now let's talk strategy about how to make the most of your day if you're using Disney Genie Plus and also if you're not using Disney Genie Plus. So, if you are going to use Disney Genie Plus, make sure you have it available to you and purchased and everything before you get into the parks, before your day begins. At Walt Disney World, once you have Disney Genie Plus service, you can book your next available arrival window for your first experience via the My Disney Experience app beginning at 7 a.m. on the day of your visit. As you're using Disney Genie Plus to select attractions through the day as far as what you want to go on next or what options are available to you, keep in mind that not all attractions are created equal when it comes to this. Some attractions are going to be much more popular, and later in the day they will run out of reservation times. And so you want to get those popular attractions earlier on in the day when you're walking through the gates. So if I'm at Disneyland, I'm probably not going to be selecting Pirates of the Caribbean or Haunted Mansion first thing when I'm getting into the parks, because usually for the first hour or so, those 2 attractions are walk-ons. Unless it's Haunted Mansion Holiday, then that's the case, you might want to be selecting Haunted Mansion at that time. So make sure whichever attraction is most popular or the thing you want to do the most and is in the highest demand, you're selecting those attractions first. Now you may want to purchase Genie Plus, but the idea of having to purchase that for everyone who is going with your group every day of the trip does not seem possible. So here's some ideas of how to still use it in some cases, but not in others. If you're at Walt Disney World, pick out which park you're most likely to go on the most attractions or the attractions you're most excited to see. So there's a lot more attractions available on the list at Magic Kingdom than there is at Animal Kingdom or Epcot. So maybe if you can only purchase it for one day for everyone that you're going with, maybe pick the Magic Kingdom day. Maybe your group is a little bit more adventurous and they don't want to spend so much time at Magic Kingdom, but they're really excited about all the attractions at Hollywood Studios like Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster. In that case, maybe that's the day you want to do it so you can hit those attractions multiple times without much wait. So think about your group, Think about which days you're going in, and also look at the calendar. Are you going to be there on a weekend? Are you going to be there on a holiday? That might be the day you want to purchase Genie Plus because it is going to be busier in the parks those days. So maybe if it's just an average Tuesday or Wednesday, you don't want to purchase it or use it that day because the lines might not be as bad. But if you're going on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or a holiday, that's definitely when you're going to want to consider purchasing that. Or maybe you're going to go on your trip and not purchase Disney Genie at all, but your group really wants to go on Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. Maybe in that case, you can use that money you would have spent on Disney Genie to purchase, a one individual selection attraction to get onto Rise of the Resistance to make sure everyone is able to enjoy that attraction and go on it. So you need to weigh those things out for what your group's most excited about and what they really want to see. So talk about it with your friends and family and figure out kind of your game plan for that. And you might be in the situation where you're not going to purchase Disney Genie Plus at all on a trip. And that's totally fine because you can still have a great time. The recommendations I would make in those cases is be there at park opening, or what's referred to as rope drop. If you can get there a bit before the gates open, they will take you into the park and up to a stopping point where there's going to be a rope. And so Disney fans call this rope drop. When the park opens, they drop that rope and you can walk over in a fast fashion to the attraction you're most excited about. And for those of us who don't want to purchase those individual selection attractions, this is going to be a great time to be at the start of the line and move right to there. So if I really want to get on Radiator Springs Racers at California Adventure, I'm going to be there early in the morning. Also for resort hotel guests at Walt Disney World, they are starting to bring back those early entries. So that is a great time to make use of that to get there early to try and get on those attractions. Another option is if you're not able to get on that attraction you really want to early in the morning, wait until maybe the fireworks are going on, Fantasmic, another nighttime show. The attraction lines tend to go down then, and so you can get in line for that attraction, and as long as you are in line before the park closes, they will let you go on that attraction. So that is another option. So just because you can't budget in Disney Genie Plus or think it's, not right for your family or friends, totally understandable. You can still have a great time. You just need to plan around that. And one other thing I would have you think about, are the attractions really the thing that means the most to your group? Because some people like Disney parks for the entertainment the most, some people really like the food, some people like the merchandise, some people just like to be with their family and friends, whether they're waiting in line or not. They just like to be there together and having a good time. So maybe getting on more attractions isn't what means most to you guys. Maybe a special meal would mean more, or maybe getting special treats throughout your trip. So think about how you want to use that $15 or $20 each day. Maybe for your group, the best thing would be to have a special character breakfast. Or maybe it would be just having special treats throughout the trip, and that's going to be what's more memorable than getting on some of the attractions with a less wait time. So definitely think about those things. So I know that was a lot of information. In the comments below, I would love to hear your tips and tricks and thoughts on how to make the most of Disney Genie Plus, or on the days when people don't buy it. What is your tip and trick to get the most out of the parks when you're not using Disney Genie Plus? Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like. And as I said before, consider subscribing to the channel because my hope is always to make your next Disney adventure a little bit more magical. As we have more experience with Disney Genie Plus, I will make more videos to talk about my experience and also more tips and tricks. So definitely consider subscribing to get the latest on that. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see y'all again real soon. Bye.